Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Silksong. This is episode 3, where last time we kind of felt, I guess, the first growing pains. The first episode was pretty easygoing, especially compared to the second episode, where we finally ran into our first big obstacle of an enemy, which really wasn't even a boss. There was no boss title for this this big, I guess, ant warrior that we faced off, who was guarding the way into Hunter's March. We also made our way through Deep Docks as well. Both Deep Docks and Hunter's March have proved to be a pretty significant step up in difficulty compared to the first couple zones. But Hunter's March in particular, I think, has felt, at least the way we're approaching it, which I think you have to, based on the fact that we did go around through the Deep Docks over to this eastern side, and we kind of poked our heads briefly into Hunter's March, and then I turned around, but I do remember there being right here, there was like a locked door, and it looks like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this door was locked from the other side, and I don't think, even if, like, I was debating off camera here, I was debating going back into the Deep Docks and making my way up through to Hunter's March through that route to make it back to our cocoon. But I don't think we can. I think we actually need to progress through the way we've been going in order to unlock that path that connects to the Deep Docks. So that's what we're going to do here. Hopefully... Hopefully I can make it through, because not only were there a lot of harrowing ant enemies to face off against in the Hunter's March, we've also had we've been introduced to our first significant pogoing challenge. So we're dealing with that aspect of getting good as well, because this seems to be the the early story here is me not being able to sufficiently control our wonderful, our hunter hornet. The struggles to control her diagonal pogo are real, man. They are real. But I'm hoping that I can start to get a little bit better at it. But it's only going to come with practice, and maybe I don't know what the deal is. I think it's just going to be practice, because it's such a different, you know, I have so much muscle memory, even though I'm playing on controller and I played Hollow Knight on keyboard. There's still so much like muscle brain energy or memory of how to pogo in a strictly downward fashion, right? And when you change that up, when you change that up, it's going to take some getting used to. And my, oh my, have they really given it to us here in... I should have waited to heal. In the early going here in Hunter's March, I'm on... Oh my gosh. It's a good thing. It's a good thing that at the end of last episode, we were able to spend all of our geo, because we did manage to. We found ourselves in a very tough fight inside of another gauntlet room, but this time we had our friend Chakra along for the ride. Chakra. What does she call herself? Chakra wielding rings? Is that the thing she called us? She calls us child-bearing needle. And chakra bearing rings, those rings were in full action, or they were on full display. And it was the best moment by far in the early game. Getting to do battle with Chakra was such a blast. And I'm hoping it's so cool to have our map vendor that can also kick some serious ass. As much as I love Cornifer, oh, she's still hanging out here. Aw, awesome. As much as I love Cornifer, let's face it, if he tried to do anything resembling anything close to what Chakra was doing last time, Cornifer, poor guy would have pulled every hamstring in his poor little bug legs. All right, let's see if there's anything additional that Chakra has for us. These twists and tunnels hide many worthy opponents. Watch your footing closely. I think that's the same that she said last time. We have no oh, the way her style is so good. I don't know if she was ringing I guess the rings, she was clanking them together to create that kind of almost a bell ring. Her own version of a bell ring. But yeah, Chakra is kick-ass, to say the least. Easily one of my favorite characters so far. And now that we are a little bit more, and I still love this this detail of the ants carrying away their fallen comrades. Now, what do we have with these? Is it just webbing that needs to be... Why was that all there? Was I supposed to pogo that somehow? I guess this is another spot on the map we should just mark, because I don't know exactly what to do about it yet. I'm going to put a... We'll just keep using... at some point, I'll go through and I'll organize these markers a little bit better. And maybe some of them will be taking off of the map soon enough, because we will be... Oh, I could have maybe made it over to the top ledge. But I was thinking maybe... We will be able to successfully... I actually did not have to hold. I realized just now that I don't have to hold. I don't have to hold. I don't have to hold the B button to heal. I do not have to hold the B button in order to heal. What? My mind is going in several different directions right now because I need to, first of all, get my cocoon back. Except I can't do it with throwing knives, really? So I have to take a hit in order to do this. But I guess that's okay because my cocoon gives me full masks. And so it's okay to take the hit there because I can then just heal up. But I don't have to hold the B button. I can just press it in order to heal. I just now did that on accident because I was thinking about firing a silk spear, and I pressed the B button in order to fire a silk spear. That's not the button, it's RB. We're still learning buttons here, in addition to trying to learn how to pogo. Okay, there was a couple enemies up there that I do want to go back for, but first, I want to keep going forward here and see if we can. I see a trap on the floor. I see a pressure plate, first of all, but I want to see if we can... We need to connect the dots here in there we go. We need to be able to... Oh. It is so tough to try to take on an enemy while trying to talk. It is not easy, guys. I don't need to break down these shell shards either because that was... I'm full on shell shards. I feel like to start this episode, I'm not finishing any thoughts. Zero thoughts are actually being communicated properly because I'm in a new game, guys. I'm in a new world here, and I'm trying. It's a tough world because there are pressure plates on the floor that are trying to get you killed if you step on them. I jumped right into that guy. I jumped right into him, and there's another one right there. Fucking hell, there was one that I saw, and then there was another one right after that I didn't see. This zone, man. This zone. Was this... This zone is making me wonder. It was making me wonder to myself, like, did this happen in Hollow Knight? Did... I was trying to remember, did the game feel this hard in the early stages? I don't remember. It's been a very long time since my first Hollow Knight playthrough, so I could be very wrong. I have a feeling we're going to need a wall climb in order to go up. But, also, what is going on here with this? There's an upcurrent of air? There's going to be an ability for this, isn't there? We're going to have some sort of a Breath of the Wild kind of a... What was it called in Breath of the Wild? What was the... It was a... Not a kite, but a... an air raft. What was it called? Okay, I think this is the way to connect back to Deep Docks. I think, please, for the love of God, let this be my connection back. I don't think there's actually a bench very close to us here, but it at least connects a little bit of the world that I need to be able to feel good about. Because what it means, I think we're going to continue in this direction because I'm hoping that right here is a new ability. Some sort of new, well, hopefully mobility ability. But we'll see exactly. We'll see exactly what we've got. Another gauntlet room. Another gauntlet room here. Lovely. Okay, you guys don't scare me quite as much. Never want to underestimate your enemies, but the torch hollows will get you the moment that you sleep on them. But I'm hoping I can make it through taking out a couple ants here. Oh, that did not get... I was hoping it would hit both of them. But the Silk Spear does have a little bit of a limit on its range. A little bit of a limit. Okay. That slow-mo death is very... It's a fun feeling when you know, that was the last enemy that I just killed. Because I got that super stylish slow-mo death cinematic, not a cinematic, a death ending animation. There you go. Okay, so we've made it. We've made it through. I thought some of the thing with Hollow Knight is, you know, breaking the little, there's so many little cool bits of debris that just break off of places, and sometimes you think you have found a sus secret opening, and in reality, it's just a little bit of debris. I think the thought that I was trying to finish earlier and I didn't do very well was I was just wondering, was Hollow Knight like this? The early stages of, you know, fungal wastes and green path, you know, did those zones feel as tough as Hunter's March feels? I hear a shiny. Immediately, I hear a shiny somewhere. I feel like there's a sus wall nearby. They want me to look down. Okay. They want me to look down, so that's good. They're telling us to look down because you don't want to just fall on an ant by accident. Sus wall. I think I missed something. I think we're gonna need... I'm hoping they're giving us a wall climb here. I'm hoping we're gonna be getting a wall climb very soon because that's what it looks like we need to get back up. But I hear a shiny, and there's got to be a sus wall I missed. Okay, so... But was Hollow Knight this hard? Was Hollow Knight this... this difficult? It did... like the pogoing challenges in Fungal Wastes... I don't know. When you're not used to pogoing. Aha! There's the sus wall. Maybe now we're gonna find our way to the find our way to our shiny that I heard. Indeed, there it is. We did not miss anything. Frayed Rosary String is ours. Good, because we need all kinds of rosaries, man. We need to be able to... stuff is also very expensive, and we are not able to afford all the things that we want to just yet. I also can't freaking get my Silk Spears to hit the targets that I want them to hit. Let's go this... I do want to go to the left, obviously, but let's check out this spot real quick. There's probably going to be a... I thought the tunnel might explode. It had a similar booby trap previously. Oh, this is opening another path that I... Okay, and then there's a bench over here. I completely forgot about this bench, but I think we've been here before. Okay, we have been here. I will take the opportunity to rest. Thank you, because I need to be a lot closer to where I am exploring. My spawn point needs to be closer. But I don't remember. Yeah, this was a wall I don't think that stood out as being like, oh, it's going to open from the other side. So that's a cool little connection to make. Nice, nice, nice. Awesome. It all connects, man. Ah! It also all respawns, apparently, when you go out of the room. Those falling boulders come right back. So that's fun. All right, I'm hoping, because the thing on the map, the detail here, this part with, it looks very similar to what we found over here in Moss Home, right? When we got the Silk Spear. I think, isn't this where we got Silk Spear? So the map looks almost identical, and it makes me think that we're going to be getting some of their big ability here. So I'm hoping that's the case. But if that is the case, they might make us, we've had, well, maybe a boss is on the way. Maybe something tough's going to be, we're going to have to be dealing with soon. But it looks like we have another, yeah, another Weaver statue, as I was suspecting. Am I hearing? Is the Weaver breathing? Is this thing alive? Daughter of a distant land, we who remained have waited long. Bind our strength to yours, reclaim the future of our haunted kingdom. I think that's what it said before. Here we go. New ability. New ability. After... Oh, okay. The Swift Step. Think we've unlocked a dash? Sprint at... No, it's something a little different. Sprint at blinding speed beyond one's natural limits. Chase down prey and leap great distances. Interesting. A Swift Step. You simply just hold the right trigger. And... okay, it's sort of a dash, but not really. A Swift Step. How does this feel? It feels fantastic. That's what. Awesome. Oh, where was my jump? Where was my jump, yo? Let's try that again. And this doesn't consume silk. There we go. That's what I needed. That feels so great. I don't know who is grunting nearby, but that just feels awesome. It feels so fluid, and it's almost, wow. It's like so much better than a dash. You just get to run around, and there's like no cooldown on it. Is that for real? There is a little bit of a, you know, when you're trying to turn, you have some momentum. So it's not an immediate, unless you just drop out of it, and then I think it's a little bit quicker to turn around. But there is still a little bit of a, okay, whoa, you can backflip. And you can, the height that you get from your jump, well, no, I guess it's about the same height. So we're not necessarily getting any additional verticality, but we are getting longitudinality. Is that a thing? This was the guy that was grunting. I just realized. And we are back in deep docks now, so we have to deal with exploding rocks. But oh my god. Oh my god, we have a Swift Step. Let's read about this on in the menu here. Just get the extra little flavor. Oh, and it's added to our silk apparatus. Or it's become, yeah, we've bound a new skill. A fabled weaver talent, dash forward and sprint with unnatural speed as though gliding upon silk. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is awesome. I guess I have a new bench as well. Might as well bench here. I don't think it matters in this case because guess what? We have a Swift Step, which is going to respawn this guy, I just realized. That's okay though. I love ringing his bell and getting some more rosaries. That's fine. Oh, exploration just became so much more fun. Because that's, of course, what happens in a Metroidvania when you unlock new abilities. But, oh my goodness, that is so cool. That is so awesome. And now, of course, it makes me... Ooh, is that a flea? Do I hear a flea? The question is, what's the... How quickly can I do this? Because, it feels like I need to do it here in order to get up. But I'm having a little trouble... Like, the sprint almost happens too fast. So I need to, like, keep the momentum. How am I supposed to do it here in order to get up? Is that possible? Maybe it's not possible. I do, in fact, see a flea up there. I see you. I see you. But how do I get to you? Let's try running this back. So you need a bit of a runway. I don't think you can do it on a very short platform. The platform's just not long enough for us to do it, because by the time I'm ready to jump, I'm off the No. Okay, wait, hold on. Can I do it in the air? Oh, I can do it in the air. I can do it in the air just like a dash. Wait, is that? But I wasn't grabbing the ledge. Because that wasn't close enough. Okay, you gotta do it right. Got it. It can be done. You don't have to be on the ground, just like a dash. So the short platforms, it's still very useful. Awesome. Oh, baby, we are fine. Oh, that voice actor. Oh, that sounds so much like, sounds almost exactly like the midwife. That's total midwife sounds, isn't it? Just a little bit more on the adorable, cute side, as opposed to, I'm going to munch your face off side of things. All right, our third flea has been rescued. Yes, and it's all thanks to our new ability, the Swift Step. Awesome. Okay. We're playing Hollow Knight, guys. It's Hollow Knight Silksong, and I'm loving it. So now the question is, where do we go? Because there are so many spots now to potentially backtrack to, but we also have parts of the Hunter's March to continue exploring. And also maybe in the Deep Docks, we can actually get to that part where there's like a bell. This part here. And then you've got, like, I don't know, some sort of a... It makes me think of, like, the ability trees in Ori. Were they spirit trees? And this almost looks like an ancestral mound or a crystallized mound. So maybe we will spend... How much money do we have? How much money do we got? Does that matter? I only have 42 rosaries, so it's not... We're still broke, which means we can very easily go exploring without worrying about losing our money. Because there's nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. I am also, though, like, I'm tempted in one regard to... No! I am tempted, there's part of me that's tempted to go back to the beginning of the game right now and start backtracking with our new ability. There's part of me that wants to do that. I am definitely the kind of player that likes to backtrack often. And we will likely, almost certainly be doing that here at some point. Because I want to find all the things. Okay, so then, for now though, I think we are going to keep exploring Hunter's March. We're going to keep exploring here, I think. Yeah, we'll see about that. Although, I can't actually go back up this way. Yeah, so this part, this does not get solved by a dash. This is where you still need a wall climb, I think. Right? Although, would you need to dash and wall climb? Does it straight up just need a double jump to get back up here? Okay, that way we can't go, but I think there's an alternate path here. We can run now, and it feels so smooth. It feels amazing. Did I check up here? It's all about where are we going to go. I hate that the ants go over my silk spear. Why must you do that? I need to spend my, we still are capped on shell shards. Hopefully we'll be getting an upgrade to that cap sometime soon. I need to figure out, though, where I am going. What was this? Maybe the first thing I need to do is check what this marker was. Remind myself. what this marker in the vicinity was for. Was it just a locked door? It was a double jump. That one I need a double jump for. That one I cannot get without a double jump. But I am curious to... Oh, need to go straight up. I am curious to see... Curious to see what the rest of Hunter's March does have. Probably a lot of kicking my butt. And we should, I think, probably it makes sense for us to mark this. No. Oh my God, that's what Hunter's March has in store for us. It's a lot of that. I'm gonna heal, I think. But this has got to be... We need, like, a glider of some sort in order to... Perhaps our Hunter's Cloak can be fashioned as a glider to levitate, to elevate our position. And I guess that's how... because we're not going to be able to explore up the rest of this way, are we? So for now, we have to put... Let's put a red marker here, I guess. I don't know. I gotta situate these more. Get more organized with my markers at some point. We can check in here at least, though. And, of course, there's more pogoing. Although this one, do I even need a pogo? Nah, I don't. I don't need a pogo now. I see a trap. I see a, Can I... Oh, wait, it's just a straight-up trap. That's not what I was expecting. Hold on. I was not expecting it to put me actually in a cage. Very unexpected there. Now... Oh, there you are. I was like, where'd you go? Where'd you go? I am not pogoing when I want to be. I'm getting also cornered by this guy. Gotta remember my new ability, man. The running. Can I work that into combat? Is it even is it even a smart idea for me to work it into combat? It's gotta be, right? I'm using a lot of my my throwing knives, aka pins. Straight pins, is that what they are? Can we just do another run and jump? Oh, so cool. It's so cool. Now this one, we're gonna have to pogo the last one there. I could use a little bit more silk as well. This poor guy. What were you taking to your grave? A memory locket. Keepsake containing a precious memory can be used to expand a crest. Expand crest in the crest pane of the menu. The crest pane. This is the crest pane. We can use it to expand... Oh, is this a charm notch? Is that what we just picked up? We can expand a crest. Oh, I can actually use it now. And that would actually... Oh, it is a charm notch because I can see the logo here. I could give myself an additional crest of one of the 3 types. And that would allow me to use both Gathering Swarm and Compass. I should have known that this is... Could we have seen that if I had if I had put my cursor over this, would I have seen that logo? The yellow, I don't know, Southern Cross sort of logo here, as opposed to the red straight pin logo or the blue utility charm or utility crest logo. Whatever the different categories these are called. Maybe there is a name to them that I just haven't seen yet. But, okay, and we can do it right now. I mean, I think that's what I want to do, but I also can't equip a new crest yet, or a new emblem. Are these things called emblems, or crests, or charms? I'm gonna keep calling them charms, probably. I need to heal, but I need one more bit of damage before I can do that. That's cool. We'll wait till we get to a bench in order to utilize that. We've got another spot here though where there's an air current that wow, that's exciting. We're gonna have some sort of a flotation. That was an ability in Ori, right? Being able to ride up the air currents. So let's put a marker here as well, and we'll use our red marker for this. And that gets us up. That's going to get us up to this ancestral mound-looking area. Okay, so we have actually reached the end of the road in this area. So I think I am actually going to start backtracking then, because, like, I guess deep docks. This is probably a pretty obvious way forward here. I think that's one spot that we could probably use the swift step to get over to the new part of the deep docks, and maybe a few of these areas are like that. But I think there are going to be some other spots that we've already passed through, and I'm just curious to, now that we've played the game for a little bit, just to kind of revisit all the areas already and just refresh myself on where we're at. So why don't I do that? We took this guy out, so there's no enemy here. I could always do the little menu trick. I'm assuming that saving and quitting takes you back to the bench, and you could do that. But there's also something that feels a little bit, I don't know. I did it in Blasphemous a lot, so maybe it's not. Maybe I don't have that much of a. Okay. Didn't mean to do that, but it gets us a heal. Maybe I don't have an aversion to utilizing that trick to get us back, but we're close to... but even if we get back to the bench, we still have to find... I still have to remember where there's a bellway. The bellway / stag station is... that part, we don't have those pins on the map yet, and I would need to... remember where... I guess it's through the marrow. Yeah, I'm gonna make my way... back to... I'm having a little trouble organizing my thoughts as we're getting going here, but that's okay. There's a lot to do and a lot to think about in a new game. I'm gonna make my way back to this bench, because then that will lead us... Oh, actually, what the heck? I'm having some serious indecision about where to go. Because now I'm remembering there's an opening down here that's actually close to us, and I kind of want to investigate that. But we were just here a moment ago, weren't we? Oh, it's a bench. Yeah, it's a bench. That's what it is. That's all it is. It's just a bench. So we'll rest. And we're at someday going to solve the mystery of this door opening from the other side. But this is a completely different zone. And that's why that bench, it doesn't register in my thought process yet, because we need the map for that area. So now I think what I will do is I'll go back. We'll actually just go back through this area that we were just in. We'll run through here because this is just I cannot. They've knocked it out of the park with this swift step. I cannot say enough just how good this feels. This is ridiculously good. But what I wanted to do, we got the flea up here. What I wanted to do was go this way. Now we can bench here. And then we can go back down and see if this spot here was something we could access via the swift step. We know there's a mask shard here. Oh no, I need to get from somewhere else. I'm trying to double tap here. Can I go up here? Is that a place that I can get to now? The speed of navigation. It's just so good. Maybe I can navigate the top portion of things here. Is that why? Was there not? There is a top. There is an upper section to this. I wonder... Oh, no, it's not. It's not quite. Because if I do this, that doesn't quite get us up there. We still need a mantis claw, right? And I did mark this, didn't I? I think I did. It feels like a mantis claw or a wall climb that you need there, and that's going to allow you to get to this portion. Same thing here as well. So these two are wall climb related. What about... What about, this area of the map? Oh, wait, how do... I guess I gotta go up this way? I'm looking at this part here. This is probably I can't it's a almost certainly a closed door that I almost fell on that guy. A closed door that I didn't mark because I thought, well, my map shows it as anything that the map... Wait a minute. Oh, it's this room. Oh, we're back in this room. This is right next to the big dude the big ant warrior bro. Okay, and then this room up here just leads to another area. I remember now. It's like this. There was some rosaries in here. Until we get the map for whatever this area is, maybe we will, maybe we won't. But maybe I should mark that as like, so I don't think of it as like an unexplored room. I need to mark it as, I don't know. Now is when I need maybe to use the red markers as like dead ends. Yeah, as I'm looking at the map here, I'm just thinking about so many different spots to check already, and I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed and at the choices. So I think the way to keep this simple and straightforward for me is to just head back to the beginning. That's oops. God damn it. Head back to the beginning and run straight into the easiest enemy in the whole game. I think I did have a similar experience with Hollow Knight, which was, you know, it's tough to keep everything. It's tough to keep it all straight. And I needed to keep returning back to the beginning just to keep everything organized, you know? Or keep it simplified and keep myself from getting overwhelmed. So the first order of business here is just to find my way back to a stagway, aka a bellway. Hopefully alive. Hopefully I can do that. Hopefully I can manage to navigate back while maintaining alive status. Oh, and this is just... Well, can I jump or am I gonna get... I was gonna say, I'm gonna take a hit if I try to jump across. But I also actually want to go down? Oh yeah, why was this platform here? We were wondering about this. Oh no, that's right, but there were shell shards up top. That's why that was there. Let's see if we can make our way, though, because I think I do at least know where this bellway is. I think... Oh, I'm also... I forgot... We made it to a bench, and I totally already forgot about my memory socket. But we can now do both things. And there's a bench right here where we can do this. So let's go ahead and take care of this business. Before I get overwhelmed and confused doing other things, but this is the one I think we want. This is the right logo. That's the one. We now have an additional crest. And oops. And we can do the thing. Yes! Oh, thank you, Team Cherry. Thank you for not being... I should have known better. I should have known better, thinking you guys were not going to allow me to do both Compass and Gathering Swarm. Shame on me for thinking otherwise. Shame on me. Okay, let's head back to the beginning. Also, it would probably be a good time for us to... It will allow us to check in with our friends back in Bell bottom. See if there's anything new from Little Pilgrim and others. Maybe there's some new quests now. Now that we have, we've gained a new exploration ability that may come with some new wishes to be granted. Let's talk with the Pilgrim first. We'll rest and set our bench here back at Bone Bottom, and then talk to the Pilgrim. Been hearing awful whispers in camp about pilgrims driven mad by the hardships of the climb, crying out and attacking their fellows. I have run into that for sure. You've been out there. Tell me, is it really so? You've heard it true, sir. On the roads, both pilgrims and beasts alike are consumed, driven to violence by a haunted thread, the source of which I have yet to discover. Ah, I feared it was so. I won't be able to trust a single face out on the path then. The risk of death was daunting enough, but the loneliness of such a journey, that seems almost too much to bear. Ah, well, just another test of our devotion, I suppose. Yeah, the poor souls being, who are they being controlled by, though? That's the real mystery. Or who are they being drawn in by? The weird trance that we keep finding all these bugs in before they snap out of it and ruthlessly attack us. Peb, we're still quite a ways away from, maybe I will take the liberty of buying the rosary string because we have exactly 80. And I'm assuming this is a 1-to-1. I don't think, well, we'll find out, I guess. It's a rosary string. Do we have one of those? Do we actually have a rosary string? I think we have the frayed kind, which only has 30. So I don't know. We'll find out in a moment. Let's test it. We'll see if we are actually storing 80 away as opposed to, you know, 75. Like there's some sort of little overhead charge for putting together the rosary string for us. Let's find out here. Oh, you can just keep buying these? Oh. I wish I had known that. If I'd have tried to buy one before, I would have found out that those are actually not a limited resource. Maybe you can buy them out eventually. Ah, but it does come with, as I suspected, a quite hefty surcharge of 60. Not, the charge is not 60, the charge is 20. They're charging you 20 rosaries to be able to bank away the rosaries that you, oh man. If I had known it was that steep of a percentage, Jesus. Okay, 25% over surcharge. You know, I guess business in business in Bone Bottom is tough. So we have in our bank now, I guess we have 240. So we're still quite a ways away from that simple key, unfortunately. Anything new at the wish board? Nothing new. The wish wall, excuse me. Nothing new, unfortunately. I should have spent my I should have bought some pins from Chakra. I think her dialogue is the same as before. Yeah, I should have bought the Bellway pins. That's my mistake. I could do it now if I wanted to, but I'm gonna keep saving. I'm gonna keep saving for you know, we want to save for that simple key. That's kind of what I want to save for. But what we can do now is we can explore downward. We can go back to where it all began, right? It's such an interesting, a la, you know, King's Pass and setting things up is a very interesting way that they started the game. You know, having wait, what? 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 They did it again. I can't believe I didn't try this. But they did it again. Except that they didn't quite do it. You know, forgive me for those of you in the audience who have not played. If for some reason you're watching this and you have not played Hollow Knight, you know, you may already, if you made it this far, you might be well aware that I'm probably going to be talking about Hollow Knight. And I sort of am, I guess I just have this assumption that all of y'all watching have played Hollow Knight. And, you know, you're going to know about the things that I talk about in Hollow Knight. That may not be the case for everybody. So so I hope you can understand if you're watching. There's going to be some references. I'm going to be talking about Hollow Knight sometimes. I don't want to spoil things if you haven't played that game, but I think it's a reasonable thing to expect some discussion of the original when you are playing the sequel. But in King's Pass, walking to the left instead of going in the obvious direction that the game wants you to go gets you a geocache. And it gets you more than that eventually. I don't... Is this an enemy or a friend? Yeah. I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, well, there's certainly, you know, it doesn't, this room here doesn't seem like there's anything else. And there's nothing else here to find. I'm guessing this is a shard cache, right? Yeah, and I don't need shards because I have max, so I don't even need to break this thing. So it's not even like the most insane discovery ever, but it's just one of these cool little hidden secrets that Team Cherry does, and these are going to be all over the place, and there's going to be a ton that I miss. It is an enemy! That scared the bejesus out of me. I was able to get so close to him, I thought for sure he was going to be a friend. I thought we found some secret hidden NPC. It's an enemy! And I feel like I'm probably a bit in over my head, unless, do I have room? I don't really have room to pogo him either. Well, I guess it's a good thing we just spent our rosaries. It's a good thing we just spent our rosaries. What the hell? Oh my god, I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of glad. Like there's part of me that's a little embarrassed that I didn't discover this on day one. There's part of me that's a little bit embarrassed that I didn't discover this right away. I'll take that, thank you very much. But there's also part of me that's maybe kind of glad that that this was not my inaugural experience with Silksong. Because, you know, I might have been a little bit... The difficulty meter... we certainly would have had, you know, just a single death on day one, I think. I think I can say that much. Okay. Fortunately, he didn't have a bajillion hit points. A beast shard. Chunk of hardened material found in the shells of great beasts can be broken into individual shell shards for use in crafting. Breaks into 140 shell shards. Okay, we got more shell shards on hand when we... At some point, you know... At some point, we're gonna need shards. Holy crap. That was hiding up here. I might have been able to even hear it from the outside if I'd have listened closely. These things are often... I often, in retrospect, in Hollow Knight, you know, realized some very obvious audio clues that they were trying to, you know, the presence of a grub nearby that was trying to clue you into a hidden little secret that that I was actually overlooking in a lot of cases. Okay, our dash or our sprint, what I'm gonna need to remind myself the name of the ability here. Where actually is it? Oh, it's here. That's right. The swift step. The swift step. Does this actually allow us to, that's not the button. Does this actually allow us to, access anything else new here in this area? Something tells me no, but I also don't really remember. I don't really remember. It's only been a couple episodes, but I already forget everything that we found here in the early stages of the game. And who knows, maybe I didn't check all of these. Because now that there was a big old bugger hiding, like, in the very opening, behind the opening... Oh, wait a second. Is that a spot that I can now reach? Oh, no, I could have reached here before, from over here. Or just from the other direction. Never mind, I thought I found the new thing. Not so much. The music here is I had already kind of forgotten the theme for this area, but it's, you know, it has a bit of a Green Path feel, and it's very good. Okay, so with that shocking discovery out of the way, I'm going to continue. I'm going to go and just heal. I'm going to continue to make my way through some of these previous areas that we've already covered, because it does feel like there are going to be some new discoveries to be made, even if they're not discoveries that are coming as a result of our swift stride. So I'm gonna keep, why am I saying swift stride? Swift step, you know what I'm talking about. Our new dash, which I can use there. I can use there, and I can use in most of these spots to make my jumps a little bit more reliable. But we're gonna look around and see if there are things to find that I missed. I'm learning an interesting little... You can actually use it as a dash. There is the ability, you don't have to just run around. If you tap RT, you actually do have somewhat of a dash. I mean, it's basically a dash. So it's like they've taken the Mothwing cloak, but it's gotten a substantial upgrade in the, you can just keep on running with it, literally. But it's good to know that we do at least have the dash capability that has been returned to us. I am so now suspicious. I'm sure I'm still gonna miss some secrets, but now my radar is up in a new way, thinking about sus little alcoves hiding in similar fashion to the you know, the City of Tears and the Golden Husk, the room that it was hiding in. We haven't talked to the Chapel Maid in a while. We'll see if she has anything new, I guess. But yeah, just in this opening area, like 3 of these... I'm counting this as a door. I don't know if this is actually a door, but it feels like that could be a path that opens up at some point. So many doors just in the opening area that need to be unlocked at some point. I think this is new dialogue here. What duty binds you to this old chapel, madam? The structure barely stands, and I see no signs of congregation. Aye, gone. The lot of them. Fled and hidden. But I'm not leaving till I've set this place right. It's that citadel above, you see. Even now, in Pharloom's long decline, the simple bugs, they're witless before it. Too grand, too majestic, too powerful. This building's state is a sad example of those who'd dare suggest another path. The chapel was set up as somehow as competition to the citadel. Few are as foreign as you, hunter dear. Visit me when you care. I'll look forward to hearing how your steps might shake our world. Oh ho, yes, I think that's the end of her dialogue, but we did get a new blurb there. Just once again mentioning the presence. Well, the difference between noting all of these bugs that are being drawn toward the Citadel, and in some cases, some of them are even like being thrown into some sort of a trance. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to check. Before we go up that elevator, I wanted to check over here because this is where we found what's her face before. Was it Sharma or Sharma? But she has moved on, right? We opened up the gate for her, and she was so pleased about how she had done it with her bell ringing. But okay, but that was technically part of the marrow. So we haven't. We're going to be crossing paths later on with Sharma. Sharma? Was it Sharma or Sharma? I will actually just check my notes real quick because I do have a list of... It's Sharma. Okay. I am keeping a notes on various characters and their dialogue, and I do see there that Sharma was the one. Wait, so why is Chakra not here now? I was wondering if she was going to actually appear. She has a ring for... ring bell for service. Ring for service. She react if I do it again. That's so cool. Pashanka, so you found my calling ring, child-wielding needle. I recognize the sound of your weapon's foreign metal against it. Ooh, she's got a keen ear. On the hunt for my master, I am often away, but I still use this place as camp. Use the ring to call me whenever you wish to make trade. Excellent. Now, she has mentioned, maybe I need to review her dialogue a little bit here, but she has mentioned, I feel like I got a little bit confused. I'm still getting used to the fact that Hornet can talk, and in some of these cases, I think I've been mistaking her dialogue for the NPC that we're talking to. But I think we've had mention of both Hornet's master and Chakra's master, have we not? After the Hunter's March fight, we had Chakra who said to us, your master would be proud of you. And Hornet says, the one who trained me long ago. I never called her master. Whether she would be proud of what has become of me, I cannot say. So she actually doesn't call her master, but then Chakra clearly just referred to her master. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on there. But that is so cool that we can get ring for service. Ring bell for service. We don't have an additional talk option with Peb. I'll try to keep an eye out for that for vendors like the Forge Daughter, who we did have that. So we want to get all of the dialogue and all of the insights from all the friends. Anything. Now that we have a dash, could this unlock anything new, or is this ground we've covered before? I think it is, but I also don't remember what's up here. Wait a minute, there's a mossberry? Wait a minute, did I not go this direction? There's a bug carrying a mossberry. We did, I think the druid did tell us that you would be able to... Huh, how am I gonna get you? I gotta wait for you to patrol back over here, I think. The moss druid did say to keep an eye out for additional mossberries, right? And we could trade them for dang it. Shit, that's what I was afraid was gonna happen. If we could trade the mossberries for additional rosaries. So this is something we want to pick up. I definitely don't remember this being here. Did I really not explore just... Because I don't think I needed the dash for this. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. No! You're in such an awkward spot. Do I need, It makes me wonder, are we saw those gusts or upbursts of air updrafts. If we are getting some ability to glide, if we're getting a glider ability, that feels like something you would want to have in a situation like this when you're trying to get an annoyingly an enemy that is kind of out of reach. And when they are in reach, you freaking bonk on them instead of actually attacking. It's just a mossberry, but I want it. Especially because I didn't see it before. I was hoping I was hoping that I wasn't gonna have to kill the thing to get the mossberry, but it looks like that is the case. I couldn't just hit it once to knock it loose. And it's just, it's awkward to hit with the silk spear. Maybe there's gonna be another ability that's gonna make this more manageable. God damn it. I'm close to needing a heal, but I also don't want to bench. I don't know. I should just bench. I didn't want to bring back the other bugs. But that's not how the bench works, right? The bench doesn't bring back the bugs in the room that you're in. It's not quite like Dark Souls in that regard. But I'm being. All right, there we go. There we go. Mossberry. Now I will bench because. Yeah, because I'll bench. I'm gonna bench. We got our mossberry, and we'll see. We'll probably be making our way back to the moss druid here, if we are re-exploring all these areas. So let me remind myself though what was over here. What was the store? Tripwires. I think there was just rosaries or something up here. So we did explore. Yeah, I see where the rosaries were hanging before. But a sus wall that I missed. This is why you gotta backtrack. This is why you gotta backtrack, because otherwise you miss things. Oh, what a great thing to come back for, too, because I think this is our second silk fragment? Spool fragment. I think we have more silk now, folks. Yo. Yes. Ooh, and it actually just regenerated. Ah, there's our first, well, is that our first achievement? No, it's we've had achievements before, but that is the restored achievement. Acquire 2 spool fragments. Yes, that is so cool. Amazing. Yes. Wait. Oh my God, that was quite the pressure plate. I'm so glad I came back. And I'm also kind of like, how did I miss that? But I think the reason for me missing that was because of all of these booby traps, right? The booby traps were kind of, yeah, they get you all panicked and on edge, and all of a sudden you're not looking for sus walls. Awesome, so we got just a couple extra silk. It didn't really massively expand our silk meter, but I think it does now mean that we don't need to have 100% full silk in order to get a heal off. We're gonna have a little bit of silk left over when we actually do finally heal. Which is great. What is this now? Oh, okay, we've been here. This part we have been to. We've just opened up a little passageway under this, the Citadel emblem. Awesome. I'm already sitting back. I'm already just sitting back, just laughing. I feel like most of the time that I've been playing, I've just been sitting back laughing. Whether it's laughing at myself or, oh, we have full silk right now, don't we? So if I decided to do a heal, it has lit up the portion that would actually get consumed by the heal. We'll see how this works when I actually finally have to heal. But this is so cool. The feeling, the feeling that I had playing Hollow Knight, and how that has finally been rekindled here with Silksong, I just cannot. Yeah, okay, see, so we had spent, we don't have to have, we still have a couple more bars to go before we would have a full silk meter. Got it. I don't want to sound like a broken record. It's like I think about it way too often, but I'm just having so much fun reliving this. It's a whole new experience. It's not exactly Hollow Knight, but it also is. At its core, it is Hollow Knight in spirit. And I can't help but just smile all the way through at how fun this is. And now that we can pass that, we can traverse that little distance there without the help of a pogo to get us across. So now I think, oh, this actually does, we have the dash now, which I think is going to get us to one of the places that I wanted to go previously. So we also probably can get across here. Yeah, this is, we didn't necessarily need a wall climb. The dash is enough to get us across to where we can get the simple key. Or where we need, eventually we need, oh, I forgot. It's gonna be much easier. This guy is not gonna be nearly as much of a headache now. It's cool that you can still traverse that little obstacle course without a dash, but having the presence of a dash makes that rather trivial. But I don't think there's anything that we missed here. We got our mask shard. But you never know now. Now I am I'm so ready to be proven wrong. Whenever I go into a place and I'm like, we didn't find anything here. You never know, man. You never know. But what I do think I know is that we can now get access to... we can't go up any higher, I don't think. I don't see an updraft of air that's gonna... Once we have a glider that would allow us to... Shit. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, no, that was it. We were probably close enough. We need to do that again. Let's do that again. Give me my elevator here. I remembered there being a little platform that we could dash over to. If I had timed my dash a little better there, we probably could have done it. Well, let's go back up. And we can get this. And we go... we go this way. No! So I can't. I'm still not close enough? They really are gonna want me to have a double jump, I guess. Because I don't know. I could have sworn that a dash was gonna be enough for us. I'll try it one more time, but it looks like it's not. I want to give it one more shot here. But usually if it's not super straightforward, then it's probably not meant to be. Wow. Dang. We're so close. We're so close, and it feels... maybe it's not meant to happen. Maybe it's not meant to happen, but also I feel like I might just be doing it wrong. Am I going too early? I don't think I am. I think we're just that far away. I said I was going to try it one more time. I want this to be a thing I can access. Because it feels like I should be able to. No, I don't think it's... we need a double jump. Or some sort of glide ability, perhaps, right? The glider. That's what I'm thinking we're going to get now that we've seen those up currents. So, I think that's all we can do for now on... at least we can't get this like I was hoping we could. We cannot access that just yet. So, instead, we can continue checking out the rest of... I guess the Moss Grotto. The overall area is the Moss Grotto, right? You've got subsections within it. Moss Home, Bone Bottom. But we can check out the rest of... We can check out Moss Home one more time. And, yeah, who knows what secrets we've missed, but also the Moss Druid is up there. And maybe we can trade our Moss Berry for some rosaries, which would be nice. That is a lot nicer. That is that feels so much better being able to close the distance on those guys. Can I actually jump the distance here? Not quite. the swift step is not quite that OP, but well, no. We still got some issues to work out with these little buggers. But I think now this would let me get here. Yeah. Even though we know how to. Can I do this? There we go. We know how to. This is an area that we can access from this way, but now we can access it in reverse because we have the appropriate. We have a swift step, which feels awesome. Now, maybe I still wanted to check the rest of this room just to be sure. But I think the only thing I was missing here was... Actually, I wasn't missing much of anything, was I? I was thinking of a different room where I originally pogoed one of the little flyer bugs to get across, but this is not that room. So I did not need the swift stride, swift step. Swift stride. Is that an ability in another game? Is swift stride something from another game? Why does that keep coming to mind? I'm not quite sure. Oh, and then we did have, right, where we found the Coral Commandment over here. I suppose we could try to take a leap of faith off of this, but I think it's just going to get us down to where we've been before. But who knows? Now that we have the swift step, we might be able to make a nice long distance. Maybe I'll try that now, actually, because it's not going to take me that long to get back up here. So let's see what this gets us, if anything. Nothing. Just what I thought. Just what I thought. And we still can't reach that platform over there. Okay, so there was no platform hiding out in the distance by making that long jump there. So, but we tested it out. I'm gonna actually quickly bench, and then get back to exploring the rest of Moss Home. Okay, and here we have the Moss Druid. Oh, there's a bench up here. I guess I'll grab that. That's fine. We'll grab this as a bench. And then talk to you again here. You carry a sweet, precious smell with you. A fruit. Will you trade it for rosaries? So we can give the single moss berry. We don't have to collect 3 altogether. So let's do that. The precious fruit. And oh, such fruit. Perfectly ripe, perfectly fragrant, perfectly round. Take what you have earned. Much rosaries. And we do get, 80 rosaries. Sweet. So now that we are, how much do we have in our inventory? 240 is what I said before. We're still a little ways away from a simple key, but not that much. 80 for a mossberry is good. I like it. Okay, I feel pretty good about having re-explored the marrow. Didn't really find anything new there other than clearing up or removing one marker from where there was like an extra platform that I didn't quite understand. I don't think there's a secret there, but We'll see. We do need a wall climb for that, as we've noted previously, and then this room also needs a wall climb. But we can make our way back to the deep docks from this direction. It certainly is nice, the dash, if nothing else, just being able to maneuver a little bit more easily in some tight situations. It is so nice to add to our arsenal. And of course I love my gathering storm. Okay, so let's head to the deep docks and see what we can find there. And when we know we're going to be finding grenade guys there. Grenade dudes. Grenadier flyers are going to be on our tail. But we might be able to well, we will be able, if we can make it to the Forge Daughter without dying. I think we'll be able to afford some new abilities or new items. The question is, will we want to pick those up? I think we will, right? We want to keep buying stuff. We want to keep buying things, and we don't necessarily have to save all of our currency for a simple key. Because for all we know, the simple key door just has GG or some other equivalent behind it that's not going to be of ultimate utility to us just yet. I think let's do that, though. Let's make our way back in the direction of the Forge Daughter and just see what we find along the way. And if nothing else, I get to remind myself what we had. Ah, here it is. I think this is that's our new unlock, is it not? We were not able to get up here before. Aha! And that actually just opens up. Oh, that opens up that door. Excellent. Okay, so now we can take this off of... the... Well, let's not completely take it off. We're going to come back and explore here, because maybe this is like our path forward. Curious to learn what this symbol is. It might actually have a new vendor now that I think of it. But we could be getting into a boss fight as well. I see the big citadel emblem overgrown with moss in the background. Okay, I'm curious to check out that path and see what this sign... I love the way that the, oh no, I did mean to break it. Well, I guess I should have known that was coming. I'm sure Menderbug will be along soon enough to fix the sign. I want to explore back though the rest of the direction here. The rest of the deep docks where we know that the Forge Daughter is hanging out. In fact, she's right here. Anything new from you? No, okay. This is the same as before, as long as the craft continues. So do we want to actually buy anything? Now that we are very, 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 very close to affording a simple key, would we rather use those funds to pick up a vicious stabbing trap, the Sting Shard? We would have to use it in place of our throwing knives, and we'd have to spend 140 rosaries. But it could be very powerful, right? It could be a very strong damage dealer that, and probably, if it works the same way as throwing knives, we would be spending our shards in order to use it. And I'm also curious to see what this crafting kit does. I think I will pick up this Sting Shard, though. I'm curious to see just how effective of a weapon or tool this is. So let's pick this up, spend a bunch of our rosaries. I don't think I need the shard bundle until we're much more in desperate need of shards. So that's let's go ahead then to the bench that we were just at and equip that. We can throw on. Okay, we only get 6 of these at a time, but I'm guessing these are going to be much more powerful than the straight pin. Lethal trap formed by tightly bound blades. Once placed, the trap will pierce enemies that come into contact. It is, you know, we're not going to be able to use it against aerial enemies, I suppose, but it is used the same way that throwing knives are. So which way do we want? Let's go explore down here, because I do have a marker down in this direction, and I need to remind myself of what was here. Was it another place that we could jump across? Cool. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, but guess what? We need a simple key. Mother. Okay. So, yeah. Another place to mark on our map. Yeah, I'm gonna need to spend some thought. I'm gonna need to spend some time thinking about exactly, like, I'm starting to wonder if red is going to be like stop, our stop sign, that you can't go this direction because you need a key. But also, yeah, I don't know. There's going to be directions that we can't go because we need a wall climb. So, yeah, it's the classic Metroidvania situation. So, okay, well, one hurdle surmounted and another replaces it immediately thereafter. Cool, just what I was hoping for. Did we ring this bell already? That must have been, this was a gauntlet room, I think, wasn't it? So we must have done something. Or they probably were ringing the bell when we first came in there to say, hey, we got a hunter to take care of. Little did they know what they were in for. So now let's head back down to the left. Although now I don't think there's anything that we can unlock with the swift step. I remember this tablet was back here about bells tolling and 30 measures and smoke rock and sweet smell. But I don't think there is. We might get an opportunity to test out our new traps. Oh, that would actually be a pretty good. Let's see how this works here. Let's put the. Oh no, never mind. That is so not what I was expecting to happen. Okay, so that actually is. Oh. It looks just like, maybe not just like, but it's very similar to what Hornet uses in, you know, her, when you have to fight her. Oh, you can trigger it yourself. When you have to fight her in, the grave in ash. She puts these sorts of aerial traps all over the place. Little did I know. Okay, it didn't kill the thing, but it did trigger. So it takes 2 of those to kill the slug. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, I thought we were going to be putting it on the ground. That's what I had in mind when I think of a trap. When I think of a trap, it's one that's it's thrown on the ground. But okay, not so much. Unexpectedness. Oh, then we did. Yeah, we explored this room, and I think this is where we got our first spool fragment. If I remember correctly. And then there's a closed door. There's a door that is locked to us at the very bottom. And I don't remember. Interesting. It's an interesting, the fact that you can set the trap and just wait around, right? It's very nice to be able to just set up shop and then bring the enemy to you. Yeah, we just gotta try it on more enemies. I'm maybe a little bit underwhelmed by the damage. I was thinking with like 6 of those spikes shooting out all at once that it would definitely one-shot these guys. But it doesn't seem to be quite that powerful, so. But it's a fun tool nonetheless. Just not what I was expecting. Great. I'm having so much fun. So much fun with this game. Can't say it enough. Pretty sure. Oh, that's right. There were shards up here, which I did not break open because I don't need them yet. I don't need no shards just yet. We'll see how much these. Yeah, we move in here. We'll see how much these traps. What are they called? I need to get the proper names. I need to learn them. The sting shards. How much do those actually cost to replenish? Let's find out. 5 of them cost 33 shards. Not bad at all. I feel like we're still not going to be spending nearly enough of these. Nearly enough of these to really, you know, be steering clear of the 400 cap for quite some time. I could also, right, since we now have 2 places that we need simple keys for. So I really should be saving for simple keys, but also I'm curious about this, I'm curious about this, you know, buying this crafting kit. Especially because we've got 100 rosaries on hand. I would need, though, to, I think, break open two of my things here, the rosary strings. We're gonna get simple keys eventually. We're gonna get enough rosaries, and especially with Gathering Swarm now, that the rosaries are gonna start to add up. Let's just keep buying stuff when it makes sense to buy, and that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna get the crafting kit, because I'm curious. I want to see what it does for me. Let's get it. Item purchased. Okay. So, farewell then. If you require a craft, forge is always hot. Okay. So does that... It doesn't unlock any new options. I thought at first it might allow the forge daughter to craft some additional stuff, but that's not the case. It's something that we've just added to... It's a pouch for holding traps. Oh... I see. For holding traps and tools and fine crafting implements to increase their lethality. Does it actually give us... It doesn't look like it gives us more of the... We still only have 6 of the sting shards, but it sounds like it does actually make them stronger. Why don't we test that out real quick just to see? Go with the same group of enemies that we were just facing off against. Let's see, does this actually mean that we can kill these slugs more quickly? It still takes 2 of them. It still takes 2 of them. So I don't know. I'm sure that's useful. And maybe it did buff the damage, but it's just not enough to be able to one-shot a slug. Maybe it's like a 1.5 shot now instead of a 2 shot. Something like that. Okay, since we're here, let's just keep moving forward with, now that we've opened up this, we've opened up the way. Let's see what lies in this direction and who is humming. She kind of made me think immediately of Drya. But she actually looks very different from Drya. She looks completely unique. Is she wielding a cane? Is she gonna go threaded cane on us here in just a moment? Friend or foe? I have a feeling it's the latter. I heard the boss door behind us. This has got to be a foe. How sad. A little spider has fallen from its cage. So lost, so weak. Poor little morsel. I can save you, little spider. All the trouble you'd face above. All the suffering. It's so simple. I'll just skewer you here and now. Pluck that flickering life right out of you. Oh, man. Okay. Your threats are worthless, child. If you are my foe, stay your voice and raise your blade. The sound effects. They're so stinking good. Delicious. I like you already. Lace. Lace. She wants to parry. She wants to parry. I threw the trap the wrong direction. Oops, ran into you. Ooh, stun, but I can't heal. It's like she's fencing. On guard. No, I fell into you again. I need to be healing, but I keep using my Silk Spear. I'm so... Her little laugh. I just did away with you. I will hunt you down. I will skewer you now, little spider, before you ever get close to the Citadel. Problem solved. Lace. She's so innocent. Oh. She's so innocent seeming. I was wondering if I could parry her. Yes! I think parries are a thing, guys. I think they're a thing. I should have healed. What am I doing? Oh, no, no, no. Okay, I was thinking... I was down to 2 masks, wasn't I? I was thinking... Oh, no, falling in the lava is a one-shot. I was down to 2 masks. I need to set some... I need to set some traps here, I think. I need to make sure I'm using my, my new ability. My new... I'll remember eventually what they're called. Sting shards. That's right, sting. Float like a hornet, sting like a bee. No. Float like a butterfly, sting like a hornet. We'll get this right eventually. At some point, I will figure out how this is meant to be. Can I just go ahead and throw... Let's do one of these. And one of those. And maybe one more of those. Too many? No, I didn't mean to do Silk Spear. Okay, let's just go one. Just one. Wasted all my traps. Didn't get a single hit. No. Oh my god, she kicked my butt. Oh my god. What? I was thinking of healing there and I pressed RB. I pressed RB to heal. Now I'm mixing it up in the other direction. Shit. Ooh, nice. No, shit. God damn it. I need to go behind when she... If she gets a parry off, it's an opening, but if you have to be behind her. No. Why did I decide to do that? I have no idea why I decided to do that. Okay. All right. So our sting shards. I don't know exactly what happened there, but I have a feeling that Lace disarmed those. I had 3 traps rigged and ready to go, and Lace said, no, 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 what are you doing? What are you doing? That's not allowed. I triggered my own trap by getting my cocoon back. Whoops. Nah. the fuck? What the fuck was that? What in the hell? I don't know what the heck just happened. Oh. Okay, okay, I think I see it this time. I think I understand this time, but what the hell? That is so sick. That is so sick. Also, listen to this violin. The violin, this music theme is so good. I don't have enough to heal. Now I do, but I don't really need to. So I can trigger my own trap, but I'm not trying to do that per se. I think I'm just barely missing a couple of these, in a couple of these cases. We knocked her in the lava? Oh, but that didn't really redound to our benefit, did it? She's out of here. Pharloom's welcome. Defeat Lace in Deep Docks. She just had this, as soon as you know, when the boss door shut behind us, you just kind of got this feeling, at least I did, even though I didn't say it, but I had this feeling like, wait a second, this is like the Hornet of this game. Obviously, we're Hornet, but this is the Hornet of Silksong, right? That's the vibe that I got. And we certainly did not do in Lace definitively after that fight, so we are going to be reconvening down the road. But our introduction to Lace. Dude, the fluidity of movements that she had, and then that little, whatever that was, the star, I don't even know how to describe it, that star flurry that she did. We got caught in it once. Fortunately, I was able to avoid it the rest of the time. That was so fucking amazing. Super badass, and I want to fight her again. I want to fight her again. I'm having way too much fun with this, guys. We're barely, I can only imagine that we are so much in the early game. I haven't even done a thing yet. But this already just... awesome. Freaking awesome. All right, I will take my bench. I will take my bench. Thank you. There we go. There we go. Okay, we are starting to spend our shell shards, which is good, because we need to do that. Let's take our marker here off. Take that off the map now that we've taken care of that business. The other thing about that fight that was it's so much nicer having the swift step / dash mobility. Like, Hornet all of a sudden just feels that much more, she already kind of has, I would say, more of a fluid feeling compared to the Knight from Hollow Knight. The Knight was such a great main character for that game, but I think in comparison, maybe it's the fact that Hornet is also just kind of a little bit larger, but she just feels more free-flowing. The Knight's a little more, there's a little more stiffness and rigidity there, even with stuff like a dash. I just love the way that Hornet feels. It's a cool difference between the two games. All right, moving forward. New zone. Oh, these are little, they are little creatures to be dealt with. I thought for a second maybe I could talk to one of them, but we got to make use of our swift step again here. There we go. I was waiting for the title card. Farfields. New zone time. What is this? Is this like a little... I don't think these are void creatures. They're not... I don't know, though. I don't know. I need a hunter's journal. When exactly are we going to get our hands on a hunter's journal? There has to be one, right? I can't imagine that they would leave that out. That would feel like a pretty serious omission. Because we're dealing with Hornet, for crying out loud. The ultimate of hunters. How can she not have a hunter's journal to catalog all of her conquests? But these little creatures, they certainly feel like they are connected to the void in some way, but that might just be a happenstance similarity in their art styling. What exactly are those little magma rocks that we can knock loose? What exactly are those there for? All right, up or to the right? Up or to the right? Let's go to the right first. I see an ant to battle with. Great. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. We're not in Hunter's March per se, but we still have more ants to deal with. Ant ninjas, ant shinobi. Okay, and a couple of these guys here. Looks like this is probably one we'd like to set a trap for. And then the thing is, if I use a silk spear, isn't it going to trigger the trap? I want to use a silk spear to get the guy to walk into the trap on his own, but it might just be better to just lure him over. Getting a safe place to heal here, and fortunately, when I have a dash, finding that safe place to heal is so much easier. Another thing I was noticing here, let me get away from this guy for just a moment here. Another thing I was noticing was that you have, when you run, you can attack at the end of it to get like a little dash slash almost. A dash slash. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to knock this thing down, or at least that was the idea I had. I was like, oh, I could knock this thing down and it will hit him, but I never actually got to execute that. Okay. Is there anything down below? Maybe, but I'm going to start by, well, we already went to. These rooms are so cool in how there's like these, you know, so many different levels to, there's usually at least two, if not, the rooms are so big. There's a lot to explore and keep track of in any one particular room, which makes it a lot of fun. Okay, so there's another pathway to go up here and leave the room. But I want to keep exploring this one particular room before I leave, if I can help myself. We already, oh, I see a shard deposit down there, which we kind of need now, actually. We could actually use the shard deposit, but am I going to be able to navigate to that? Because if I go down here, I'm not getting back up very easily. But that's fine. Ooh. Oh, okay. I see a ring down here. I was wondering before if there was going to be a similar sort of, you know, Cornifer's notes lying around. I think we have our clue here. I think we have seen this in a couple different spots. As I was backtracking earlier, I had noticed the fact that even though Chakra had left her post in the marrow, And I think also in the deep docks, there was a ring that was left behind. Now, that might just be, I don't know. I have a feeling that Chakra is in this direction to the right. So we'll see if I'm right about that. But first I want to get over here. Yeah, it's like Corner First Notes, right? The rings are being left to point you in the direction of Chakra. That's got to be it. But first we get the shards. We get the shards because we actually need them now. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Well, we miss those shards, but there will be many, 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 many more to come from all sorts of enemies. Shards are not going to be a problem just because we're all of a sudden spending them. It's what we want to do. Okay, so there is a path. Let me just remind myself one more time here. There is a path that goes up at the far left of the room, but I think there's also one. Was there also a path? Or a doorway, I should say. There is also a doorway here. Okay. Now, do these lead to the same room? They might. I think, in fact, oh, and there's a stagway, as well as another one of these updrafts. I think down below is where we're going to find Chakra, because I think we're in the same room. But there's also a stagway to unlock. Or bellway. So why don't we do that first? There might even be a bench. A pay-to-bench. Which I will happily hand over those rosaries. Big old bell bench. Gimme, gimme. Okay. Sweet. And now we have, unfortunately, not enough rosaries to actually open the bellway, but I'm not in a hurry to go back to any place we've been before, so we'll just make note of that. Although I also am realizing that I might not have enough to afford a map from Chakra, so we might have to do just a little bit of ant farming, perhaps. If I'm even right about my hunch, if my hunch is correct, that this is where we're about to find Chakra. I could be totally wrong. I don't know yet, because we actually have not heard her humming, but I do see. Yeah, I see another ring over here. I think this is the way. Ooh, there's a platform up there we need to destroy with, or that it is an explosive ember that can be destroyed. We didn't hear the humming from the other room, but we followed the ring clues that had been left. Hey, friend. Chakra, you look well at home in these wilds. Poshanka, these scorched fields offer many paths and much combat. To leap from vantage upon the red shells, or to meet them face front with rings ready. These are decisions to live for. The red shells, the ants? I am much surprised those soft pilgrims ever safely climbed this scorched and savage place. The Farfields map is out of our reach, unfortunately. Fierce red shells nest across these wide caverns. Battle with them is most intense. Impressive are the warriors of Pharloom. We need just a few more. Just a few more. Let's go see if we can hunt down those rosaries. We need to do battle though with those ants, don't we? So maybe I head back to the previous room just to, because I think those ants do have the rosaries we need. Still didn't knock that down in the direction that I was hoping. God damn it. God damn it. Oh, I don't actually have enough to heal, do I? I actually don't have enough to heal. So what I need to do then is get good. I need to get good. And use some traps. Unfortunately, that does not charge up my silk, but it does get me the rosaries. It doesn't get me the rosaries. It gets me more rosaries. Did it get me the rosaries that I need? It did. So, so now So now we will try to make our way back. Try to make our way back to our friend. So we can buy the map, even though the map doesn't charge our health. But we'll make our way back around to the bench pretty soon, I think. My master would have found her way into these wilds, I'm sure. Her warrior sense has no equal. Surely I must be drawing closer to her. Okay. Map time. Will Chakra find her master? Okay, it's actually not as... Well, what we see now is maybe nothing compared to what the zone will actually be once we explore it in its entirety. I just noticed that Chakra's humming is a little bit more subdued. Because she's riding on her map, maybe? She's concentrating a little bit more on map riding than she is the hum. The tune that she's humming. Oh, I'm seeing now. I see now that this room that we had benched in before, next to the deep docks, it's gonna connect here. It's part of Farfields. I see now. They're doing it all over again. The way that this world is connecting and interweaving just feels so good. Let's see if we can make it back up to the map. Even though we could use the little trick to save and quit back to the bench, I'm gonna try to avoid that just as much as possible. Even though it's, you know, if I would not fault anybody for using that. Use the abilities that the game gives you. Although we could also just charge up on like this little guy, and we might be able to heal soon enough here. These enemies don't seem very aggressive at all. All right, so that's all I needed. I just wanted one heal to kind of get my footing back, and now we can start to explore this area a little bit more in depth. I am curious about breaking. I'm curious about breaking that one. We know those big exploding embers. It's just that we have to go all the way back around to get back up. But I suppose let's do that. There was still also... Right, there was the upward path in both of these rooms, actually. In this room, there's the upward path on the left-hand side, and then in the previous room, there was the upward path that connects back to that bench on the upper portion. Okay. So which way do I want to go? That's the dilemma. As always, which way do we go? There's so many different directions. It's the best. Running into enemies with your swift step is not the best. Let's try to avoid that. Where is that? Where is that? I think all it's doing, I think it's just gonna be opening up. Oh! No, I did. Okay, I didn't get to see the aftermath because I didn't stick around long enough to see it. But what happened, or what I was expecting to happen, I think did. I think we revealed another another upstream. Yeah, that's what it looks like. We've gotten another up current that we can now use once we unlock whatever ability is going to allow us to ride these. So the level seems to naturally want us to go downward, I think. So then, because maybe we can unlock that ability in the room to the right, and then we'll be able to glide these upstreams back up in this direction. I'm going to take the chance to heal, and we'll continue downward. And we'll get you out of here. Oh, this guy looks a little intimidating. He looks, those wings are very, what? I don't know. What are those wings? They're very dangerous, that's what they are. Don't stand close to those suckers. Ay. Ow. What's in here? What is hiding in here? Probably death of some sort. There we go. I was like, there's more to this room. There's not just this tunnel here, because I can hear it. I can hear... There's more going on. Heal. And I hear a shiny. One of those bell helmet dudes. Ah! And there is a sus wall. Cool. A warding bell. What's this? A new charm. Holy bell inscribed with a hymn of protection shields the bearer as they bind their wounds. Interested to try that out for sure, because it sounds like Baldur's Shell. It sounds like it might not stop us from being interrupted when we heal, but it might... Well, I don't know. Maybe it would. Maybe that's all it would do, is actually just give you a shield that keeps you from being interrupted. Which would be awesome. Sus wall. What do we have? We're back in Deep Docks. Are we on the other... No, we are way over there. Oh my god. We are so in a... we are so in a different direction than from a different direction from the one that I thought we were going to be. I thought we were going to be closer to that that door at the very bottom of Deep Docks that we are suspecting opens from the other side. And maybe we are on that path. Maybe we'll eventually get to that door. But right now, we have another door that opens from the other side that we have to worry about accessing. Whoopsie. Oh, these guys can fly too? Oh, and they got a new type of grenade. Can I knock that back at you? If I do it correctly, I can. What the? Oh, no, you're not dead. You're not dead. Get out of here. Oh, that has a much larger blast radius. And there's a symbol, dude. Dude, the explosions right now are so loud. What in the heck? Oh, you're not done. This guy is not done. Fortunately, I'm not done either. These guys are so sturdy. Oh my god, it took so many hits to kill that guy, and he explodes at the end. What the fuck? Did I kill the... I think the symbol... the shield... Symbol shield bearer, I think we took him out. Or he was taken out by his friend. It was friendly fire that did him in. Oh, wait a minute. No, I think I can destroy this down here. I thought for a second I needed to bring the bombardier to go and destroy this for me. I thought, oh, nope, I killed him too soon. But... there it is. Those explosions were so loud. I'm feeling a little concussed myself right now. I was not expecting to end up back in Deep Docks. This is certainly not the sidetrack that I was expecting. But it is what it is. Right now, I'm just trying to get another heal. Just trying to survive, man. Oh, we can't. That's right. We can't open this. So we have to go this way. I just hear more grumbling going on up above me, and I feel like there's another dude waiting to blow me to smithereens. Yup. Oh my god, there's two? No, okay, it's these. It's sort of two, but one's grenades are slightly... Oh my god, okay. We need to just hit these back at you. That's the way to do this. Except he's kind of immune to his own. He's immune to his own He gets like temporarily blinded and stunned. No. That explosion is so wide. That's unfortunate. Okay. How far away am I? I don't think I'm quite that far, but it's a little ways. It's a little ways. So, but we can make it. We can make it. Ah, I can actually get a little bit of silk by hitting those guys. So that's to my benefit. Not this way. We need to go farther down. Let's get our silk charged up here before we get a little bit charged up at least. Oh, I forgot to switch to the, I should have switched to that new, charm that we picked up. I should have made the switch. It's alright, though. It's okay. Yeah, I gotta take this guy out. Well, that's actually a good little spot for us. You know, they might be damaging him. I'm not sure. It's possible that he's taking damage from all of that. Charging up a little bit on those guys before we get a move on here. Okay, so let's get the cocoon back, and then unleash a silk spear to get rid of at least one of them. Shit. Oh my god, those dudes are a handful. Especially right now in my weakened state, I am certainly not dealing enough damage to be able to take those guys out in a hurry. But what do we get as a reward? Some craft metal. Okay. I don't think I'm stressing out as much as I was during the our foray into the Hunter's March. There's more to this room. There's an upper level here. Of course, because of course there's an upper level. Because we know there's a switch up here. And I can hear... There's a switch that opens up a door that's up and to the right. But we also can hear more grunting from somebody. And I think I need a double jump. I think I see this debris falling from the ceiling that indicates that this is a spot for a double jump. That's what it feels like. So let's put a silver marker here. Although at the same time, the map is kind of telling us naturally that we need... I'll put the marker here as well, though, to kind of say, yeah, you probably need an ability to get through there, because I think we do. That's what it feels like. Now, can we... There was also apparently a... No! I didn't think I would get hit. I did not think I would get hit. Those guys, their downward spray is more potent than I was expecting. Just want to get a heal here. Just want to get a heal. Okay. All right, well, the map... This feels like another door that's meant to open up somehow. Like I thought maybe this was gonna be... It feels like a switch that you should be able to, like, pull, right? But that's not in Hornet's skill set, I guess. She doesn't just pull on rings and open doorways. Because this feels like there's... I mean, the map clearly shows that there's a passageway downward. But it must be on the other side of this barrier. So, okay, there's more to do in this room. Eventually. But we got some craft metal. And we learned to be very careful about I mean, it's the world of Hollow Knight. It's Pharloom this time instead of Hallow Nest, but shit hurts. Shit can be a little painful to deal with sometimes. Nothing else in this room, though. I don't think so. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep it moving. I'm so curious. Oh, we gotta open this guy up. Oh, was it just... Oh, it was just... It wasn't actually... There are shards that are popping out of this. And yet I'm not destroying a wall. But we keep getting shards. An odd little mechanic. Okay, if you're really desperate for shards, I guess you can come down here and just keep hitting this spot endlessly. But it feels like there should be more. This must open from the other side, right? Because there's clearly more on the map. It must open from the other side. We need to go up and around. I can see there's another explosive. That. Okay, that went terribly. Because I should have just dashed over instead of trying to land on the same platform as that little stinker. Why did I try to do that? So, do I have a pathway, though? No. That pathway is also kind of a ledge that doesn't go anywhere. Whatever was behind the exploding ember. So... And it's the same spot that just pops out. Same little thing where you just hit it over and 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 over, and you just get nothing but shards. That's so strange. There's got to be more to the story there. But I guess we cannot... No, maybe not. Maybe I'm just misreading the map. Maybe I am really... Maybe I really need... I think the main thing I need to do is go back to the bench. The main thing I need to do is heal up. But that's going to require me to go all the way around. But I'll do that. Because either I get to the bench and I heal up, or I get enough silk to heal. Oh, these guys are back. I don't want to deal with those guys. So, we do not go all the way back around. We instead deal with this guy. Alright. I think there's only, if we're continuing forward, there's only the I think we will continue forward because we have a bellway. But I am curious to explore those other. We'll come back to those other areas, the paths that we're leading up. What I want to do now is I want to go to the path that's right here below Chakra. Right? This is the one. This is the way forward. It's not... I think I was making... I was misreading those embers and thinking there were supposed to be paths behind them. But I don't think so. Now, this room, we may not be able to navigate. Because if I fall down, I can't even tell where I'm falling to. And it feels like, oh, I see these upstreams that are meant to carry me forward. If I just fall down, I'm just going to be... Okay. Fortunately, there was no lava below me. I think I missed a ledge that I could have dropped to. But at least I didn't fall directly into lava. Okay. Oh no. What in the hell is that thing? That is a... I don't know if there is a bug there, but there is at the very least a massive set of bronze armor. That looks scary as hell. Okay, fortunately it was not a boss arena. Does it have a... It kind of feels like it's not a needle like we have, but it looks kind of like Lace's cane. Like the cane has been stuck into the giant creature's neck. Did Lace kill this thing? Also, is it wearing a crown? Maybe it's not a crown, but it surely is a... Just love it, man. This is one of the things we love about Hollow Knight, is like, what is the deal with this massive creature that's back here? We may never find out, but we can wonder. But that little, it looks like Lace's cane. I think Lace was involved. Oh, it was actually on the map, wasn't it? That's what this thing is here. This is what we saw. Oh, this game is so cool. What is this? Holy shit, dude. What in the world am I... What in the world am I getting into? I'm liking that little trap ability. I want to say spike shard, but that's not what it's called. Oh, what did I pick up? I picked up a new thing. Oh, just the craft metal. Craft metal. It's called a sting shard. Sting. Sting. Sting, sting, sting. Not spikes. Sting. Sting like a hornet. There is some sort of like... These are like... There's like balloons that are holding up these platforms. There was like a giant collection of them. There's obviously... Well, there's something to fall down to, but I don't want to go down in that direction just yet. There's a massive bunch of balloons that have been... I was wondering, could I actually enter this? Like, there's almost... It's almost shades of like the Grim Troop. And their tents. But except they've gone to the air. They've taken to the air. I guess we're going inside. Rest? It's a bench. Was not expecting that. I'll take it. Are you doing some... You're doing some weaving? Some weaving, eh? You've got a loom.
Madon.
Seamstress. She's not a weaver. The weavers, we've got a lot to learn about them. Because I still, to this day, don't really know what they are. There was nothing really to indicate exactly much of their backstory from Hollow Knight. So, but Seamstress is not a weaver, I don't think. Except you're weaving, or you're doing... I'm getting distracted here. Let's just read the dialogue. Well, aren't you a sight? No, don't tell me. You're as odd as they come. Huh? Your poise, your form. Are you hunted? Pursued? The Citadel would see a fine prize in you. Yeah, we were sort of toted into the land in a cage, so they were already trying to bring that prize home. It is as you say, madam. Veiled bugs brought me to your land. I seek them now for answers. Ah, fierce too. These are bleak times, but a powerful stray like you could certainly cause some change. A powerful stray. Well then, I've no love for that holy caste, and I do worry for this kingdom's ailing state. If you're seeking to settle a score, perhaps I can lend some aid.
Madon.
If you're planning to ascend from these low fields, you'll be needing some lift, and I'm just the bug to help. Ooh. Head for the caves beyond my home. The bugs within produce. Within produce. What am I, going to the supermarket here? The bugs within produce a marvelous spine, flexible yet strong. Collect their spines, return to me, and I'll soon have your old cloak transformed into something far more buoyant. We are getting a glider's cloak, folks. And oh, of course, we add a quest. Promise wish. Hunt flexile spines. Boom. A smart choice. Get out there and gather those spines, and best you be quick about it. As nice as it is to have the company, if you hang around too long, those Citadel bugs will turn their gaze on me as well. I'll have the spines for you shortly, madam. Good, good. The caves just beyond here are full of the creatures floating carelessly in the warm air. I'm sure your big needle there can coax them into sharing their spines. Awesome. Awesome. Let's see if the quest has any additional hunt hokers. Wait. He's a joker. He's a stoker. He's a midnight hoker. Wait, in the Farfields and collect spine cores. What, hokers? Don't be so hokey. That's just a hoker. Okay, so that you can go to the right. We can go to the right, but we could go down as well. I am just going to... I'm gonna mark down for now. I'm gonna mark it on the map because I want to be able to just travel here. I want to be able to travel back up once I have a glider cloak or whatever it's going to be called. So let's do that. I don't know if that was one of the hokers or not. Are these guys the hokers? No. Where they be? This guy? Not this guy either. Who be the enemy that we need to take out? Who that be? Also, can you shoot downward? I don't think so. So just stand underneath those guys. Oh, wait a second. Oh, it's not a guaranteed drop. Dude, one of them just floated up the fucking airway. Okay, so these guys are the enemy that we need to be killing. But it's not a guaranteed drop like it was with that first quest that we did. That first, okay, so that opened up a new path to the right. The first quest, it seemed like every pilgrim we killed, there it is. Every pilgrim we killed had one of the quest drops that we needed. This one is a little more RNG. Has a bit more of an RNG element. So you could be the person I need to kill. Also, it looks like those guys have some RNG as to which way they're... Oh, look at the shard floating on the... the little up current. These infinite shard deposits. That's so weird. That's so... I mean, it's cool. I'll take it. Just... It's new. Can't quite go up that way. Oh, I'm really feeling cornered here by you. If only that was the only enemy that we had to face the entire game. I think we would never have a well, I was gonna say we would never have a dull moment. It'd be the opposite of that. Everything would be dull because those guys are the easiest enemy in the game so far. So, but it's good that we have some enemies that are... You gotta have some dull moments interspersed with the pulling your hair out moments. Okay, so... There was a path down, right? I forgot about that. There was a path downward that we opened up with the explosive. Oh, I forgot I can run. I'm slipping back into Hollow Knight. Dash, dash, dash. I can just run. I have the ability to run. Let's go this way. These rings. Can I pogo them, I wonder? Need to be higher up. Didn't actually kill the enemy. So, what was that there for? Looks like there used to be a bench here. I can see one of the bells in the background that used to be hanging. It's a little run down over here. We need to send the, does Menderbug? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Just keep rolling. Just like in Elden Ring. Just keep rolling. The voice lines. Oh my god, they're so good. Okay, can you... I wanna get you. There we go. Now we're doing things. Now we're utilizing the environment. Okay, there's a path over that direction. Let's keep exploring here first. Spikes. Spikes. And I see a wall climb spot here. Let's mark it. Except, am I off the map? I am off the map, aren't I? No, wait. No, I'm on the map. I just, well, I'm sort of off the map. It's kind of weird the way this is acting because I can see Hornet is still in Farfields, but the map is a little not fully accounting for the places that we are allowed to explore. Let me, I'll at least make a mental note of that in editing, and hopefully come back to mark that in due time. But we, I think, need a wall climb. Before I go that direction, let me check over here. Do I want to? No! Shit. I guess I could run from here, right? Just, it's all as a little, feels a little sketchy when you don't have the runway. Ah, there was no pogo there. I got a spine core from... Did I get a spine core from the dead enemy? Okay, maybe I don't need the wall climb. The wall climb just would have led me up here. So I think it's, that answers that question. There is a path down to the right, but let's keep going back up here first. Shit. Okay, now I need to heal. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be utilizing... Oh, wait, what the hell? There was a quest item there? Is that what that... Except it fell on the spikes. No. What? Why can't my gathering swarm work on that? Why couldn't that also be the case? Okay. So there's still that path that's down to the right. If eventually we run out of stuff to explore here, which it looks like we might, because... Oh no, this is gonna break open the backbone, isn't it? The spine. Yeah, I realized it soon enough this was gonna be opening up a shortcut. Okay, cool. Now we move forward. Keep charging up with these guys, though. Shit, shit, shit. Now we go in this direction. Oh, but there's a locked door. Another locked door that shares this same, yeah, the same look as, was it all the way back in the Moss Grotto, I think? This door here, right? I think that's the same exact look. And I still can't navigate to where Hornet is on the map, which is, it's kind of weird. But I can see, well, apparently she's in Farfields still. Yeah, and here it shows her. I don't know. It's acting a little funky right now. I think, though, the only choice we have is to head back this way. We still need how many frickin' well, we can check our quest progress, can't we? We can check it. We have 4 spine cores. Flexible fiber from within a hoker's spine can be woven into garments and accessories by a skilled seamstress. We need how many of them? 25. 25. I thought, oh, we need, you know, 4 more or something. We need 25 of these stinking things. What the hell? Okay, so we need 25 of these. We need 25. Let's see. And this is back where the seamstress is. And so, okay. They don't seem to drop very often. They don't seem to actually drop with as much regularity as I would like. At least we can fill in our map, right? We can fill in our map by resting at the bench here. Let's go ahead and do this. And now we can check things a little bit more here. All right, so there was an upper area. There was an area in one of those rooms that it looked like we could have. Oh, but we probably need the... Oh, I forgot about the part going down here. Okay, we could check here. Let's check and see what's... Wow. Okay, I was just holding to the right. I was correct, but my hunch was there's probably lava at the bottom of this if I don't hold in a particular direction, I just fall straight down. So let me just hold to the right so that I grab onto whatever ledge might be there, if there is a ledge. Sure enough, there was. Spine core? No, rosary string. And an exploding wall. Okay. And now, that just opens up to here. All right, it's just another path to connect these 2 rooms. Let me just quickly check one more. Oh, did we just run into the... Oh, I didn't know that we did like a little headbutt when we run into a wall. I think that's the first time I'd done that. I don't think these guys have dropped a single spine. It's been... These guys can drop them? Oh, wait. Never mind. One just came out. Okay, there we go. There's 2 more. There's a couple more. And then, I just wanted to go back over here real quick and test the part of this room that is up here. The map. Yeah, how do I get up here? Is this a double jump? Because there wasn't a spot over here to get up, was there? Was there? That's not the button. I think we need a double jump. Yeah, because now we're going just over it. So this is another spot that we need to mark. We need to put a double jump right here. I think, guys, that's where we're going to wrap up this installment of Silksong. Thank y'all for hanging out with me to the end of the video. It's always so good to have you along. If you did enjoy it, please consider doing the YouTube thing, hitting all those buttons down below. We're going to need to collect some crap. We're going to need to collect some whatchamacallits here, some spine cores, so we can get our hands on another mobility option, which I'm super excited to get access to. Gliding around a la Ori, bringing me back to, I have played both Ori games. Those were also just right before playing Hollow Knight. And yeah, I'm excited to ride some air currents to reach some new places. And there were, oh, that's true. There were a couple spots here at the start of this zone, right here and right here, that we didn't explore. Maybe we'll backtrack for those and hopefully just collect spine cores all over the place in Farfields. Just collect those as we are going along. It certainly feels like both a wall climb and a double jump, though, are also going to be abilities that we pick up at some point, because otherwise I'm not seeing how we're going to navigate some of these particular spots. But there's more in Hunter's March to... maybe there's some spots here that we could have accessed with our new dash, man. Our new dash just feels awesome. This is seriously such a good upgrade from the Hollow Knight dash, and it just fits right in with what Hornet wants to do. I love it so much. And it's just great. Just like everything about this game so far, we're running into some challenging aspects, but I would expect no less. Challenging enemies, platforming challenges, and but I'm loving how this world connects so far, and I cannot wait to find out more next time. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.